Remember that time when everybody on YouTube used to do their monthly favorites? Well, I thought I'll bring that back, but with a slight money twist. Welcome to Worth Every Pound, my monthly series where I share about 5 to 6 purchases that genuinely added value to my life. These are not impulse buys for the sake of buying things. These are purchases that supported my goals, made my life easier, and were worth every penny. If you're new here, my name is Debbie, and I have spent over 8 years working in the financial industry. And my own money journey has taught me that building wealth isn't about spending less or being necessarily frugal, but it's about spending with intention and looking at the long term. So essentially, enjoy your money now, but building for the long term goal. Having said that, let's get into the purchases that I made in June that I just think that are absolutely worth it. If you have been in the UK recently, you know that there is just this heat wave that will not go. I don't want to hear anybody next year or in the winter say, "Oh, we didn't have any summer." Boy, summer summered. And we are not even in August yet. Summer has summered, okay? And that meant that I needed to get SPF. Now, I do have a lot of SPF in my arsenal, so to speak. However, I saw that Superdrug was doing a 30% off this new CeraVe SPF, and I've used the brand before. They're really good. I love brands that don't just give me SPF, but they're really good for your overall skin, and it's actually hard to find. And when I saw this CeraVe one, I was like, you know what, I want to try it because I've been looking for like a good SPF, and SPF is really expensive, like the really good ones, and you only get about 50 mil. So this is about 177 mil. I have tried it, and this is good for my skin, especially because I have dry skin. SPF is needed, and the funny thing is, when I bought this, I still had a couple to use, so this might have looked like an impulse buy, but my SPF is done because I've been out and about and I have had to use lots of SPF. So actually started using this. I have to say, this was worth every penny. The second thing is so inexpensive. It's one of those little annoying things, but I'm so happy I got this. This is a reusable carrier bag. And I bought this in Primark. I must confess, this was an impulse buy, but this was completely worth it. So each time I go to the shop, I'm that person that forgets their carrier bag. There's so many times I've gone food shopping, the carrier bag is in the car, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Especially if it's like an impromptu food shopping. Well, come this. So I always have this in my crossbody bag that I take on errands, and honestly, it saved me so much money. Now, I don't know how much money it saved. If you're constantly going shopping, for food or anything like that, a couple of times a week, that's like £1.20 ish every week. If you're paying like 40p for carrier bag, depends on how much you buy. But one thing I was also find out is that I can use this when I go around my town center and shopping for clothes. So the last time I went into the town center and I bought a couple of tops, instead of paying 40p for a paper bag, I just used this. This was £2, and I think I've already got my money's worth. And it does fit quite a few bits. I've even sometimes used this to go to the library to hold my books. So yeah, this is really worth it. So it was my birthday in April, and I got some money. So I thought, you know what? Instead of constantly saving and putting into investments, let me actually get something. So I thought to myself, what should I get? What do I actually need? Because I don't just buy for the sake of buying. And I thought, I really need a book that is dedicated to all my ideas. A lot of the times I just journal my ideas in my normal journal, and then when I need to go back to them, I'm scrambling like, oh, what date did I write this idea? I'm looking for it. I know it's in the journal, but I'm just there looking for it like there's no tomorrow. And I have lots of journals, but I felt like I needed an A4 notebook. So I got one. And I needed it to look pretty, so I got this. This I got from Tesco's for about £3.15. And honestly, it's been a game changer. I've actually used this. I mean, I've only had this for a couple of weeks, and it's just with lots of different ideas in it. So it's got like these little tabs, and I've got like random ideas, YouTube, ministry. I'm not a pastor, but this is stuff for church. Products that is this products, yeah, products I've designed, and TikTok content, because eventually I want to start doing TikTok. And yeah, so now I don't have to constantly, look for all my ideas while I scribbled somewhere. Everything goes in here. They have little sections, and honestly, this has been a game changer. Gone are the days where I'm like, oh, I don't really know what I had this great brilliant idea. I couldn't really remember this. No, I just use this. Now guaranteed I can't take this with me everywhere. So what I do is that if I do get an idea when I'm out and about, I'll either record it on my phone as a voice note or write it down on my phone as a voice note and then transfer it to here. So I know that this is my book of ideas. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that it is aesthetically pleasing. I love things like that. So yeah, for £3.50. These stuff are really inexpensive, but they bring so much value. Okay. So the next thing I cannot show you because it's in a box somewhere, and I really don't want to create more mess than I have filming this video. But they are studio lights. So I have a bit of restriction recording because I share my home with other people, or should I say they share their home with me. So I live in my parents' house. So filming can be quite tricky. So a lot of the times I'm only able to film at night time, and that causes all sorts of lighting issues. So I have invested in some lights, and I have filmed a video with them, which I'm going to be uploading. I'm filming it in the daytime, so I don't have any lights. I've literally just got natural lighting on. But the lights were good quality. They were very inexpensive, so they were under £20. But they for what you're getting for under £20 is really good. It's not like your huge studio light, but it's better than the ring light I did have before. It really creates that difference. Mine just still have the ring light, and there were two LED lights. So that really does help. I might leave the link in this video because it was actually quite good. But that's been really good for recording content, and that's what I needed that for. So worth every penny, very inexpensive, but worth every penny. And the last but not least, and I'm hoping I don't drop it because I really love this, is this diffuser from Aldi. Aldi is one of my favorite shops, and I really feel like when I do this series long enough, I'll show you something from Aldi all the time. So this diffuser is 500 ml, and when I did get it, like when I took it out the box, I was like, this looks like a whiskey bottle. Yeah, so obviously we all know that this hotel collection that Aldi does is a dupe of the Jo Malone, fragrance range. But honestly, this one is my favorite. This is lemon and neroli. So I remember when I was in Nigeria, I visited someone that had a tangerine tree. And I remember just the scent of the whole compound, just that citrus scent. I just fell in love with it. But one thing I noticed, because I did want some, fruit, and apparently they hadn't ripened yet, and it had this smell. It was different to your normal citrus fruit, and I didn't want to know what the smell was, but I found out that was neroli, and I love neroli. Oh, like honestly. So having this is really good. This really does smell like I have a citrus tree in my room. It smells so good. I can literally smell it now. And honestly, for this season, for this weather, this has been the best thing. I really think it's important that your space feels cozy, comforting, and just makes you want to be there. And I think like things like scent, things like you having a clean space, things like having a interior design that suits your personal taste does that. And to be able to get it for, next to, I mean, I won't say next to nothing. This originally cost $9.99, which is already way cheaper than the Joe Malone version. But I actually got this £2 off, which is $7.99. So this is really good, and it's good quality. Like anytime I step into my room, especially when I came back home from this heat wave, this smell just hits me at the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that smells so good. So yeah, this is the one. I'm so happy I got this. I have to be careful with it because I do need to take it back upstairs. But yeah, this was worth every pound. Okay, so that's everything that I bought in the month of June that I feel was worth every pound. I think the biggest lesson of this video is that being good with money doesn't mean you never ever spend. It means you understand yourself, you understand your priorities, and you spend money on things that genuinely adds value to your life. If you enjoyed this video, please comment down below and add and tell me what things did you spend your money on that genuinely added value to your life. No matter how small the purchases are, please comment and subscribe so that you can see more videos like this, and I'll see you in my next one.